Today's destination is Estonia. What a trip! A ferry that we almost couldn't catch, a concert that we weren't sure if we would be able to go to, a double booked hotel room, breaking stuff in every place we went, barely catching the bus on the way back, and then the pouring rain as we got off the bus. But still, all in all, it was a great holiday, so let's get into it. Hello! Today we're going to Tallinn, the capital of Estonia. Now we're in the center of Tallinn and you can see the old city walls behind me. Estonia is a very old city in the Baltic Sea, so it actually retains all the city walls that were built in the 13th century. The ground is also cobblestone, so it has a great feeling of being old. And in the old town, you see different restaurants and different museums that are all part of this old history. It feels like all the streets lead to one another as you're walking, and since the old town is a smaller part of the city, you get to see most of the sights just by walking around a couple hours. One of the great benefits of visiting a northern country during the summer is that the days are long. When we were in Tallinn, the sun was going down at around 10:30 in the evening, which allowed us to see a lot more than we would in the winter. So before dinner, we walked around the old town and made our way up to the hill where the Nevsky Cathedral is. And from there, we moved on to the Bishop's Garden. We're at a viewing platform above Tallinn and you can see the city behind me. We visited Tallinn during the Tallinn Old Town days, so we were able to see some concerts in the Old Town Square as well. For dinner, we went to Beer House Brewery for some nice Estonian food and also some entertainment. After some amazing foods, it was time to head back to the hotel and start anew in the following day. For day 2, our morning started with a nice breakfast at Ruki's Cafe, which is located in the old town. And from there, we moved on to the open bazaar that was set up for the Tallinn Old Town days. In the bazaar, you could see some amber jewelry, some metalworks, some pottery and other items. And from there, we headed off to the Telliskivi Creative Center. Telliskivi used to be an industrial area, but it has been renovated, so you could now call it a hipster spot maybe. There are different designer stores inside the complex, along with over 10 restaurants and a lot of graffiti on the walls. For lunch, we decided that we wanted to stop at F-Hone, which is one of the restaurants inside, and everything I tasted in Estonia was amazing, and this wasn't an exception either. On our way back to the center, we stopped at the Balti Yam markets, where you can buy groceries, meat, fish, and other items. In the center, we came across some folk dancing too. For dinner, we went to Old Hansa, which is known for its Estonian cuisine. It was a great experience, and as I mentioned before, everything was so tasty. Hello, we're at the Tallinn Song Festival grounds and Bon Jovi is about to go live.
Well, good evening, Tallinn, Estonia. We are Bon Jovi. This here's your bar mitzvah, your birthday, and your wedding night too. I want to know, are you with me out there? You show me what you're made of. Shut it up, baby,
We were greeted with an amazing sunset after we left the concert grounds. What a lovely way to end our second day in Tallinn. Right now we're at the Pirita Monastery and you can see the ruins behind me. We'll go inside and take a look. This was a place that I wanted to see for over a year now because I saw it in one of the concert posts in Stone Sour, and I figured that it would be a really magical place, and it definitely was. I love old ruins of ancient buildings, and Pirita was a monastery, so it was especially stunning. There were only a few people beside us, so it was very peaceful, and as I was walking around the old ruins, all I could hear was the birds and my own footsteps. One final spot before we headed home was the Rotterdam Square and the Tap Tap Brewery there to have a last glass of beer. I hope you enjoyed walking around Tallinn with me. I hope to see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.